see I gave you, there's some instructions for what you guys have to do. Okay, and we are going to, it's like a game activity or something like that. So it says, over the course of the past 2,000 years, epidemics have had dramatic effects on human political and social history. The avian flu, what is the avian flu? Yeah. Outbreak in 1918, also called the Spanish flu, was possibly the most devastating short-duration epidemic in history. Do you guys know what the difference is between an epidemic and a pandemic?
Yes.
What is the difference?
The pandemic is like very big.
Okay. That's it.
Than
So geographically, the pandemic, what's up? Geographically, the pandemic takes in a larger area, right? So that's why the plague was a pandemic. So it says it killed an estimated 30 to 50 million people worldwide. Other epidemics, like you guys look for some examples: smallpox, human HIV, which causes the AIDS, and severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS. All of these are epidemics and viral diseases. So does the virus spread? Okay. Through contact. What else? Through the air. What else? Okay, we saw clothes, yes.
Animals.
Water, animals. Insects, okay, yes. Okay, animals, right? And how do you cure a virus? How would you do it to cure an epidemic? I guess a lot of people die, and then what? Okay. Vaccines. Yes. Well, what about a lot of people saying that vaccine causes disease? Have you heard that? A lot of people today. There are a lot of people who, for example, do not vaccinate their children because they say that vaccines have stuff. You would normally have to have a vaccine before the epidemic. How many of you guys have like the shots when you were really young? Like the triple viral? I think most of you guys. Does any of you have the scar? Yes? Okay, so that's from a vaccine. I have the scar too. Not a lot of you. Okay, so for this activity, we're going to see how an epidemic spreads. And we're going to use this. So I need a volunteer first. So Danny, I think it includes, no, it doesn't include the instructions. So I want to read. So okay, pay attention because I don't want to read it twice or 3 times. So Danny is going to be our virus. Yes? And that is why I'm going to give Danny tape and color. Okay? So you can put like a little circle into the tape and then you're going to be able to paste it onto someone. On the board, I'm going to draw a data table, something like what you have here, right here. Here you're supposed to have, it's a little table that says game round 1, game round 2, number of infected. Okay? I can draw it on the board. This is going to show how many people are infected and the difference, and you'll see the big difference. So I think we're going to have 30 seconds. We're going to play 30 seconds each round. Okay? What? Okay, so I will be the official timekeeper, right? So I will not play the game, I will just take the time. And then Danny is going to be the virus, right? So you're going to, your job is to infect people. The first round, what you guys will do is you're just going to stand around. And as you can see, it says right there in your worksheets, in each round, move slowly, quietly, and calmly around the room. It says in each round, move slowly, quietly, and calmly around the room. Please do that. When this round finishes, you will need to go back to your little worksheets and write the number, and write the number of people that were infected. And we're going to see how it changes. So, one, get the first one ready. Are you ready? we? Raise your hands. This is the second round. Okay? So the first round, 9 people got infected. What are we doing here? What is going to be the difference between this virus and the next round? What do you think the difference will be?
The number of virus, and it could spread more.
It could spread easier, right? Why? Okay, this will get a lot more people infected. But how do epidemics work? Is it just Danny, the one who will infect other people? Or what?
You're infected.
So the newly infected can infect other people too. That's what happened with the plague, right? Was it only just the first rats or the first people that were infected, the ones that infected everyone? The other thing is, I am going to count. So for example, if you have a red tape, that's okay. If you have red tape, you count as 1. But if you have also blue tape, you count as 2. Did I explain myself?
Yeah.
Okay? I just want to do this so that we can see a really big difference. I could do it that we just infect, it just counts 1, and I think we're still going to have more people infected. Probably. But this way we can get a lot more people infected. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? If you have blue, raise your hands. Yes, you are originally red. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's it? And then green, 18, 19. You got the 3? 18, 19, 20. Did you just get 3 people?
Yeah.
What you guys need to do is try to draw a graph that represents these 2. So for example, the first one is Danny was the only one infecting people. What happened through time? How many people were infected? Danny infected 1 person, and then time passed, and then he infected another person, and then time passed, and then he infected another person. Just like that, something like this. It should look something like this, right? Why? Why not like this?
Because it's time.
And as time passed, I don't know, how many people could you infect more or less every 10 seconds? Maybe 1 or 2 people at most. Now, whatever you think, draw the second one on your own. And tell me why it would look different. Draw your graph.
In the same graph,
Yeah. What's the difference?
it would be like
You have it?
first go like here and then go. Well, it would be like this. It's not. It's not this, but the same part.
The same shape?
Yeah.
Is this one? So it's like a straight line?
No, it would be first low and then it goes high. But
Yeah.
See the line? Figure small. Okay, so try drawing a line. Make a line. Okay. The graph would have to look something like this. Like that. Right? Because then you need less time to infect more people. So it's the question, what is the difference between rounds 1 and 2? Then it also says, does round 1 or 2 more closely approximate the spread of a real-life epidemic? Which one? And explain. And then that's it. Just those 2 simple questions. Which one of those 2, the 2 graphs that we did, is closer to a real-life epidemic, and why? You need to explain. What are the differences?
it's toxic.
Linda.
First round, it was only 1 person.
Okay,
It was infected. And it goes slow.
It's slower.
And the round 2, it was more people.
Okay, it was more people.
And it was fast.
It was faster. Okay. And which one comes closer to what a real epidemic or infection? Round here.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
those people will infect more people and more people and more. And it says the number of rounds, because we're still going to play 4 more rounds. Then it says percent inoculated, number inoculated, number infected. What does that mean? What is inoculated? What do you think it means? Inoculado. What do you think it means? We wrote it right here. What is the way to cure a virus or to not be infected by a virus? Vaccines. So inoculated are the people that have vaccines or have been vaccinated. So what we're going to do is 20% of the classroom, I'm going to do a little cross. And those people cannot get infected even if they try to paste a sticker on you. You will not get infected. Not infected.
By red.
Let's see, by red first. By red
Oh,
first.
wait.
I want to count you twice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, by red?
7,
Yes.
8. By blue, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, I got infected 2 times.
It's okay. 14, yes. And then last one, yellow. It was yellow? You were using yellow?
Oh.
So 14, who else? Why? Okay, then you still count. That's it. So it was 14. So we got 14 infected in round 3, 4 inoculated, which represents the 20%. The people who were inoculated, keep your little crosses, because I'm going to give 4 more people inoculation. Okay, so we're going to do it again. So stand up again. Now there's supposed to be 8 people. People infected by red color.
Do you have
1,
one?
2, 3, 4.
Where do you like that? Because you
Okay.
were infecting.
Okay, then by
Blue.
blue.
I have 2.
It just counts as 1. So that's 10.
Orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the same people. So that's 10. So I think you're going to start seeing a trend. So now 12. So it has to be 60% of the classroom. So just raise your hand for people who have a cross, so I don't give you guys the same again. You're supposed to be 8. So 6.
Va bajando 4.
It's actually going with the same rate as the. Okay, maybe that's a trend. So now 16, and it's going to be 80% of the class. So stand up again one last time. This is the last time we do it.
Natalia.
Okay, so 2.
If they two infected someone, Roberta.
3, cool.
I have
You have red, which is, you have red and blue? Okay, I can count yours too.
Well, actually, it would be
3
because I have.
That's okay. So write it down, write it right there on your chart, relax. There's a trend, clearly. What is a trend? When what? Okay, so what would have happened if hypothetically we had a 7th round with everyone inoculated? What would have happened? No infected, right? So why do people still do not believe in vaccines? Or there's a lot of people who don't
Because-
want to vaccinate their children.
Maybe because of the needle, like all that thing that they can.
There's people that even say that some vaccines give you autism.
Yeah.
There's people that believe that. There's people that believe that vaccines give you certain diseases or like autism. Yeah, that's not a disease, but
Like, there's people that believe in that global warming.
Yeah, there's people that think the earth is round.
okay.
I love them.
So go on to the second page. This one. And as you can see, there's a little chart, an empty chart that I want you guys to fill with a bar graph. Bar graphs representing that. So right here, number 7. So what does this tell us about epidemics and vaccines?
They're not friends.
So in which countries do you think it is easier to be infected by an epidemic? Okay,
Africa
why?
is not a
I said
country.
countries. Yeah. So countries in Africa, yeah. But why? Tell me why.
No, because Africa, some African countries are really poor, so they can like medicines or all that stuff.
There's a lot of poor countries in Asia as well, Middle East,
Yeah.
right? So there's a lot of countries, or war, for example, right? For what? Oh, like, no, you mean like human places, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. So let's do something. You're 20, so I'm going to do groups of 9, no, 4. I'm group of 4. And as you can see, you have right there, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. I'm going to make teams of 4, and you're going to discuss those questions with that team. Stop playing around. Speak in English, guys.
I think round 5.
It's because
Maybe round number. No, 3.
Not all of the people have the vaccine, so only 40% or even less.
Okay. Which of the rounds more inoculated and the probability
That's the
of
probability.
getting the virus gets low, so it doesn't spread.
So number 4. No, wait. No? We should write something out for number 3.
It was fun and interesting because this is not an activity we usually do.
Okay?
And it was interesting because I think you can understand better the situations you like play or act.
Okay?
I like the activity because we like we like explain the like I don't know the plagues or epidemics.
Okay?
With
The plague.
the plague
Or the epidemics, yeah.
by playing.
Okay? You can what?
We could realize
Huh?
how does the virus spread.
Okay. Yeah.
It was cool because it was science and math.
You'd like to because it includes science and math. Okay, well, that's cool. Okay, so now let's go back to the questions. Which of the rounds more realistically represents an epidemic? Explain. What do you think, Mato?
Round 4.
Why round 4?
Because
Round 4, you say 40% of people are inoculated. Okay, so why round 4?
because people eat anything,
Uh-huh.
but there is a vaccine.
But there is a vaccine. Okay, so do you think this could change depending on, like we said, on the country we're in?
yeah.
Probably yes, right? And the time as well. If we go back in time, what would probably happen?
There will
Round
wouldn't
2.
be
Round 2, right? Or even nobody.
Yeah, round 2.
Exactly. Okay, so how do different levels of inoculation affect how a virus spreads through a population? Natalia. Question 2. How do different levels of inoculation affect how a virus spreads through a population? It's lower if there's more people vaccinated. Okay, so less people get infected, like you guys said. Anya said it, right? So in this game, just 2 people could infect more people. Well, what is real life going to be like?
Everyone can infect.
Everyone can infect.
Not also, not only people, other things like
Other things,
birds,
animals, yeah, it gets more complicated, right? How could you change the game to make it more realistic?
Everyone that is infected can also infect. So you favor the virus.
Everyone that is infected can also infect. I don't know if you've seen pictures of, for example, in Asia and a lot of countries that they use face masks. We don't use that here, but Asians do a lot. Face masks. One, because of the pollution, and to not get infected. People are really obsessed about being clean over there. Okay, so list any methods that might help prevent an epidemic from spreading. Randy. Methods to prevent an epidemic from spreading.
wash your hands.
Washing your hands.
Be updated.
Okay, to be updated. So almost like our dogs. Who has a dog? Okay, and you know that every once in a while you need to take them to the vet to get some vaccines, right? Okay, so washing hands, what else? Vaccines, what else? Give me more.
If it is like a strong epidemic, maybe stay away from other people.
Okay, staying away from other people or from sick people.
Warning people.
Okay, like they did in the plague, during the
Maybe
plague,
just
during
people in
anything.
general.
Just what?
People in general.
Getting away from people in general. Okay, yeah. Okay, to go into quarantine, yes. Okay, use mouth protection,
Hygiene.
taking showers, being clean, hygiene, right? Okay. How do inoculations compare to other preventive measures, such as wearing a mask or washing hands when it comes to reducing infections? Leonardo.
Inoculations are safer.
Inoculations are safer, why?
They are more like focused on safe persons.
Okay? And they're more effective, right? Yes. So it's less probable to get sick or infected if you already have a vaccine. What do vaccines do? What do they do? Go if you want to say it.
They protect
Your immune system.
immune system
How?
because if the epidemic has like, for example, I don't know how to say it.
What was the word? Okay, try it hard.
They take like the virus
Okay?
and then your body like attack the virus.
Okay, so sometimes it's a weaker version of the same virus, so you make the antibodies for the virus, right? Yes. Okay, so please put your names